Okay, I got a question for you. I got a question for you, and just play along. So, who is the coolest kid at Bayside High? Okay, okay. So I'm gonna guess what you're gonna guess. I'm gonna guess that you're gonna say Zack Morris, right? Zack Morris. Zack Morris is the kid who had the giant cell phone. Remember when this meant phone? He had the giant cell phone, which was like unheard of at the time. He had the ability to say,
Time out. Whoa. Wait a minute. Would I talk to his father? This is too good to be true.
and actually freeze time. And there were times where he actually, like, not only did he freeze time with the timeout, but he also like moved people around and moved items. So it was more than just his, he didn't just pause time to talk to us. He also was the center of every girl's fantasies at the time in Bayside High. He was also the center and focal point of every scheme and story, and every single teacher talked about the famous Zack Morris. Okay, so that's my guess, is that you're gonna say Zack Morris. But okay, not only am I gonna say that you're not right, but I'm gonna say that you can't possibly be right, and you can't possibly know. I can't know either. So here's why. So if you listen to the theme song, I heard this recently, and I believe it. If you listen to the theme song, it starts out with the bus fly by, blah blah blah, and then it talks about his whole day at school, and then you're saved by the bell. Now, if you remember in the very beginning, he didn't go to a big giant school and have all these amazing stories where he was the center of attention. He actually had a teacher who would bust him all the time, Miss Bliss. He had friends that weren't perfect but were very real, and he was not the center of attention. Now, he was trying to scheme. He did have his things, and there were some girls that liked him, whatever, but he wasn't the focal point and center of everything. What he was a real kid who got in trouble and wasn't perfect. But here's okay, so the reason I'm saying all that is because what happens, the theme song is the day at school. That's the real world. You hear in the few, what is it, 45 seconds, 50 seconds, you hear the entire school day, which is he went to school, he missed his bus, he went to school, saved by the bell, because he got to leave school. Then he goes home, and at some point he goes to sleep, and he dreams this world where not only is he popular, and not only is every girl looking for him, and every girl wants to date him, and every teacher wants to talk about him, and his principal is like his biggest fan, but it's not the real world. He actually, if you pay attention, the first season he was in Ohio, and then all of a sudden he's in California, and everything's different. He has all these wild friends. He even makes up this caricature of a nerdy best friend who looks up to him and would do literally anything, including create a robot for him. So what we witness is nothing about his actual school. We don't know what Bayside looks like for real. We know what his imagination or his dreams look like, and that's it. So what do you think about that? That's a fan theory that I just heard, and I mean, everyone always pictures themselves in everyone's dreams. We're always the center of the world. And I mean, what do you think? I know what I think. Nostalgia rules.